Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best ways you can be doing this week in GTA 5 Online to level up your account very fast. And these two ways that I'm going to be showing you can make you hundreds of thousands of RP every single hour, which can level up your account multiple levels. So if you're looking into leveling up your account, you clicked on the perfect video. Anyways, if you do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you do me a favor and drop a like on it. And of course, if you aren't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future GTA videos just like this one. But without further ado, let's get into these two RP methods. I forgot to mention in the intro, but these RP methods can be done by literally any level experienced player, which is the best part about this. But if you want to do this RP method, what you simply need to do is open up your pause menu. Once you open up your pause menu, then go over to where it says online. Now click jobs, play job, Rockstar created, and now go down to where it says races. Now what you need to do is look for the open wheel races, because as you can see, these are all paying triple money and triple RP this entire week. Once you did start up any one of those open wheel races, as far as the settings go for this, I like to put the race type set to non-contact, because trust me, in F1 races you don't want anybody crashing into you. But yeah, now the number of laps, I like to put it to 15 or 20 laps. If it's short laps, I like to put it to 20. If it's longer laps, I put it to 15 laps. But yeah, those are the ones that I recommend putting. Anyway, now come down to where it says custom vehicles, and if you want to have a completely fair race, I recommend putting it to custom vehicles off. It makes everybody use the same vehicle, that way no one is going faster than another person. Once you do have these settings, you are now ready to start up the race. So start up the race, and make sure when you start up the race and you are picking your vehicles, you make sure you pick the BRA F1 vehicle. This is actually the fastest F1 vehicle out of all of the options. Anyway, when it comes to the tires, if you're in a regular map just on ground, you can literally just use the hard tires. But if you're in a map that needs grip, I recommend using the medium or even soft tires. I also want it to be known that having a lot of people in these F1 races will reflect how much money and RP you make from these. So make sure you have at least over 8 people in these F1 races with you, and I guarantee you'll make the exact same money in RP that I make. Also, make sure when all of these circles turn red in the very beginning of the F1 race, give it a second and then it will start. And once it starts, the exact same second that it starts, make sure you slam your finger on your gas button. That way you actually get the boost in the very beginning. That can sometimes get you a really good lead at the very beginning. Now, while doing these F1 races, there are very important tips that you need to make sure you follow while doing these races to make sure you're in a high position basically the entire time. The first tip, whenever you're coming up to sharp turns or any turn in general in F1 races, what you do not want to do is slam on your brake or press your brake at all. To be honest, you want to use your brakes almost not at all in these F1 races, because using your brakes does affect and wear down your tires. So what you want to do to complete these turns is when you're coming up to a very sharp turn, what you want to do is let go of your gas. Once you're coming up to the turn, complete the turn, because you're going to be going slow by letting go of the gas beforehand. And once you complete the turn, you then need to slam your finger back down on your gas and complete the F1 race just as normal. And that is exactly what you want to try to master and try to have perfectly every single time you come up to a turn in these F1 races, because trust me, it is going to make sure you're in first, second, or third place almost 100% if you master it. Also, whenever you hit your second lap in these F1 races is when your Curse boost gets enabled, which is the boost you can use in these F1 vehicles. As you can see, I'm using it right now. And if you want to use it, all you need to do is literally use your honk button. And once you use your honk button, that's what activates the boost. And once you use all of your boost, if you want it to replenish, all you need to do is have your finger off of the gas and then your boost will replenish. But now with this boost, your tires are going to be worn down more easily, but you don't need to switch them right away. Just make sure whenever your tires get to the color dark orange or even red that you go make a pit stop. It's very important to make sure you make a pit stop, that way your tires don't completely pop and mess you up during the race. Anyway, as long as you take advantage of those few tips that I showed you guys during these F1 races, you should come in a high position. And like I said, if you want to make a lot of money in RP off of these F1 races, you need to come in either first, second, third, or fourth place. And as you can see, I came in first place after this race. I was only in here for just 20 minutes. And as you can see, here's how much money I got, $106,000. But we're not here for the money, we're here for the RP. Take a look, 20,000 RP, almost 21,000 RP, which is absolutely insane after one F1 race. And here's exactly how much money in RP every single person got paid by the end of the entire race. As I said, the first, second, third, and fourth place made the most money in RP out of every single other person in this race. But yeah, this is how much money in RP you're going to be making every single time you complete one of these races. For only 15 or 20 minutes, you're going to be making anywhere from 20 to 30,000 RP, which is really overpowered. And the money is also very good as well. If you're coming in first, second, or third place a lot, you're going to be stacking up a lot of money, making millions of dollars as well as millions of RP on top. Now the RP is good and all, but I know a lot of people don't like doing the F1 races specifically. So if you don't like doing the F1 races specifically, I have one more option for you guys. So just like before, what I need you to do is simply open up your pause menu. And once you open up your pause menu, what you need to do is go over to where it says online. Once you go over to where it says online, you then need to click where it says jobs, then play job, then Rockstar created. This time go down to where it says stunt races, and you want to look for the Rocket Voltic stunt races. As you can see, these are all going to be paying triple money and triple RP this entire week, so start up whichever one of these you want to. Once you did start it, for the settings, I recommend putting the race type set to non-contact because trust me, once again, you don't want people crashing into you in these Rocket Voltics. And now come down to where it says number of laps and set that to either 7 or 5 laps. If the laps are short, I recommend setting it to 7, but if the laps are longer, I recommend setting it to 5. Okay, now come down to where it says custom vehicles, and you can put it to on or off. I like to put it to on just because I own a Rocket Voltic myself, so if you own a Rocket Voltic, I highly recommend you put the custom vehicles on as well. But once you have those settings, you're now ready. Just get as many people in this race as possible. Like I said, at least over 8 people will make you a lot of money in RP. Unlike the F1 races, these are more simple. That's why I thought I'd include it in the video. These are literally just you pick a Rocket Voltic and start doing the race, but there are a few tricks that you need to do in these Rocket Voltic races, just like the F1 races. To start off, when the race starts, when it does the 3, 2, 1 countdown, make sure as soon as the 1 disappears, you slam your finger down on your gas button. That way you actually get the boost at the very beginning, which can sometimes put you at the very front lead for these stunt races, which is very important. Now this is more of a suggestion, but if you do have a custom Rocket Voltic in GTA 5 Online, make sure you definitely have the custom vehicles turned on, because as you can see right now, I have a super big lead, and the reason is because I have my custom Rocket Voltic in this stunt race. Other than that, the only tip that you need to do while doing these Rocket Voltic stunt races is make sure you're spamming your boost as much as you possibly can. Every time it's available, make sure you use it, because if somebody is spamming it faster than you behind you, they're eventually going to catch up. So that is why it is super important to make sure you spam your boost as much as you possibly can. So literally whenever it's ready, make sure you spam your boost and just keep spamming it. If I were you, I just hold my gas button all the way down and just keep spamming your boost button. That's what I was doing the entire race. But yeah, as long as you were spamming your boost button and you didn't crash too many times in this race, you should be in a high position. And here's how much money you get once you do finish this stunt race. As you can see, I finished in first place. Here's exactly how much money I got paid, $106,000. But take a look at the RP, it's also very, very good, 20,000 RP. So this is basically the exact same money and RP that you can make from the F1 races. But here is the crazy part, because take a look at how much time I spent in this race. It is actually half the amount of time that I spent in the F1 race. As you can see, I was only in here for 9 minutes, and that 9 minutes got me 20,000 RP and $106,000. So it's really personal opinion which one you want to do, but they both make you the same money and RP. They are really good to level up your account in GTA 5 Online, and you now know the tips that you need to take advantage of while doing both of these types of races to make sure you come in a high position every time, because as you can see, you make this money in RP every single time you complete one of these races as long as you come in a high position. Anyway, that is now going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all did go to enjoy. Those are going to be the 2 fastest ways to level up in GTA 5 Online this week. I've already leveled up my account multiple levels, and keep in mind I'm a level 1000, so that just shows you a lot from this RP method. But yeah, that's it for me in this video. I hope you all did go to enjoy. If you did, make sure you do me a favor and drop a like if you haven't already, and of course make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you aren't already. But that's it for me, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.